According to the conservative majority on the U.S. Supreme Court, President Biden did not have the legal authority to forgive some $400 billion of student debt under the HEROES Act of 2003, which allows student debt payments to be waived in emergencies like a pandemic. The proposal affected 40 million borrowers earning less than $125,000 a year, although 90% earned less than $75,000 a year. It forgave up to $20,000. Repayments have been on hold since 2020, but now borrowers will have to resume payments in October.
Achieve those milestones such as like buying a car or starting a family or buying a home. With COVID, people had the opportunity to try to catch up, but since the repayments are going to be starting again soon, it's going to put people back into that hole that they were into, not being able to start their lives or provide for their family or even provide for themselves
as quickly as possible.
Speaking at the White House, President Biden said the administration will now start the long legal process again, this time attempting to forgive student debt using the Higher Education Act of 1965, which gives the government a firmer legal basis to forgive student debt. In addition, the president announced that those facing difficulty repaying their debts from October won't have their credit rating affected for 12 months. The president said the Republicans opposing pandemic student debt forgiveness were hypocrites.
Let's be clear. Some of the same elected Republicans, members of Congress who strongly opposed giving release to students, got hundreds of thousands of dollars themselves in relief, members of Congress, because of the businesses they were able to keep open. Several members of Congress got over $1 million.
Biden is struggling in the polls with younger voters who say he's failed to keep a range of campaign promises from 2020. This is the latest disappointment, and some activists have long argued the administration mishandled the issue by not using the Higher Education Act in the first place. For them, it will not be enough to make this a campaign issue now in 2024. They want Biden to act boldly now through executive order to stop the need for repayments in October. And if he doesn't act, what about support for him in the election?
I can't say that, and I'm not sure how young adults will vote, but he can expect that he will hear from advocates should he not fulfill his promise.
The Biden administration is reported to be hoping that this issue may mobilize disaffected young voters to the polls in 2024 amid his dismal popularity ratings. The argument, the Republicans are against all student debt loan forgiveness. At least Biden tried. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.